Good morning, everybody. We are here with Executive Chef Brian Little, and this is part 2 of our last interview. So we're gonna start off asking a few questions. How you doing today, Brian?
I'm doing well. Thank you, sir.
So how long have you worked with this company?
I've been with the company 5.5 years. I was with the startup team for this building R. Moved down from the mountains 5.5 years ago.
Okay. So besides this job, what would be your dream job?
Dream job. I really like working for excuse me. I really like working for this company. One of my main goals is to get on the retention team here, but not only the retention team. I would really like to be a part of going out and obtaining new clients, new clientele.
Okay.
So I'm really interested in helping the company grow from a broader perspective.
Good. So tell me, how do you respond to stress?
Hopefully good. Respond to stress. You know, I think the main thing with the stress that comes with the job is just staying calm, staying composed, and taking the stress head on almost. Whatever the situation may be, if you're calm and collected, you can work through it.
So speaking of that, tell me about a difficult situation you had to handle here at work, and how did you handle it?
Let's see. You know, a lot of times we do a high volume here in a short amount of time.
Right.
So it really, in order for everything to go completely smooth, we need all hands on deck. And as you know, that very seldomly do we have all hands. So again, staying calm, seeing who do we have, who needs to move into what place to make service go smooth. The main goal is for the client to not feel us being short on our end.
Right.
So it's tough when we're short, but addressing that situation head on and putting people where they need to be and going after it.
So there are difficult situations and challenges that arise in the kitchen. What are some situations that are similar to most kitchen environments, and what are some that are unique to our particular kitchen environment?
Well, all kitchens have stress. It's a high intensity, high stress industry, and you have to know that going in. I think I said last time, you got to have thick skin,
right,
to make it in this industry. As far as unique to this kitchen, with our company and our company initiatives, the product we're allowed to buy changes because we hold our providers and our suppliers to a very high standard. They have to have the right certifications. They have the product that they have has to be handled properly, especially proteins, with cage-free eggs, and our pork initiative. The sows can never be in a gestation crate, things like that. So that changes all the time. So in turn, we have to adapt to that. You know, one day I may be able to get this type of pork, and the next week I can't get this type of pork, but I have a pork on the menu. So figuring that out, and some companies don't necessarily hold their providers, their suppliers to as high of a standard as we do. And I think that's a beautiful thing about this company, because that falls right in line with a lot of things that I hold true to myself and that I believe in. So that's actually the main thing that brought me to this company.
Okay. In contract managing, client cohesiveness and good client relations is very important. In your current location here, what are some of the ways that you work towards keeping that cohesiveness and client relationship going?
You're using big words on me. Will you ask it again?
Yeah, so, in contract management, to have a good client relationship, and that cohesiveness between the contract management company and client relation, and a client, You know, what are things that we do to build that strong relationship?
You know, I think first and foremost, when we go in and we look at accounts and, hey, do we even want to take on this account? Comparing our initiatives with their initiatives and what we have, are you going to hold true to that? Are you going to let us come in and hold our standards up,
right.
or are you going to make us get the cheapest product and, you know, serve it? So,
right.
you know, we do all of our cookings from scratch, and the initiatives that we have, we want them in place in all of our accounts. So I think it starts from the very beginning.
Okay.
If the client's not going to allow us to do that, then, you know, not every client is right for our company.
Right.
So so right off the bat, figuring that out, and then on the other end, being able to give the client what they want. You know, there's a lot of demands from the client, but that's what we're here for. We're part of a customer service industry, and I do everything that I can to not tell the client no, because that's a bad look on the company. A lot of times, you know, there's some things that aren't feasible, and saying yes might just set you up for failure.
That's
you know,
true.
so taking that into consideration, but you know, figuring out if the client's going to let us do what we're about, and then you know, offering our services and giving them what they want.
So all initiatives that we do here, you know, such as cleaning, sugar challenge, food for your well-being. If you're asked to reduce fat and sodium in the menu, what would you do to maintain that flavor quality in the dish?
The freshness, you know, fresh herbs, fresh spices.
Okay.
We do. That's us. You know, that's our company. Using fresh products that, you know, don't have that many preservatives, and it's before I came to this company, I would have thought that would be really, really hard.
Right.
But you know, if you put fresh product and you know your flavor profiles, and you can definitely achieve that, and you don't have to put fats and trans fats and
Right.
a bunch of salt to make food taste good.
Right. So, how involved are you in the menu development, and how unique is the menu development for this particular company?
You know, we do I try and give all my cooks a free range in reason. You know, like I said, there's some proteins that I just can't get.
Right.
But I try and give them free range of and I think that brings creativity. It brings 7 different views, 7 different ideas to the menu meeting, as opposed to when we started, I was writing everyone's menu. Hey, this is what you're going to cook this week, and this is how you're going to cook it. You know, that doesn't highlight their creativity. And you know, I think every cook is unique, and I learned just as much from them as hopefully they learn from me.
Right.
But so we do our menu meeting every week, and then I go over the menu meeting, or I go over the menus that are turned into me. I make some critiques. I try and keep those to a minimum, but at the end of the day, you know, I try and let them cook what they want to cook, because if they're cooking what they want to cook, then, you know, the passion is in there, the love for the food is in there, and you know, the pride. This is a dish that I created. This is a dish that I'm preparing, and this is a dish that I'm going to serve.
Right.
So I go over it. And I make a critique here and there if I'm going to be able to get it, or if I have an idea, excuse me, an idea that might make the dish pop just a little bit more.
Right.
So
let me ask you, this is our last and final question here. How do your company keep up with industry trends, and how do you take that particular idea and incorporate it into your menu planning?
You know, I think just keeping up is pretty dangerous. You know, we try and stay ahead of the trends, and that we have a research team that you know, obviously researches and sees what's trending now. The culinary industry is definitely changing from, you know, previous decades. They wanted steak and potatoes. Now the younger generation is wanting the power grains, your quinoa, your barleys, things like that, because the facts are out there, the nutritional facts are out there, and how much healthier stuff like that is.
Right.
You know, you don't have to eat starch, vegetable, and meat every day.
That's true.
So staying in front, I think, is what gives our company an edge, and you know, it kind of makes it easy because the initiatives that the company has fall ahead of the trends, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, you know, we got powered grains every day. We cook. We don't cook with any trans fats. We use, like I said, we use fresh herbs. We use fresh ground spices. So, yeah, you know, just staying ahead of it, I think it's more important than keeping up with it.
Well, there you have it. You just got through speaking and listening to Executive Chef Brian Little, and I hope that he brought you some insight into the particular company that he works for, and hopefully, if you tune in again, we might have another interview with Mr. Little here. You know, he seems to be a popular favorite on our channel, and he has great insight, and he can give you a lot of insight on different things. And the one thing that I like about him, he's very humble, and you know, he's willing to learn even from others. So we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Chef's Corner. See you later.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.